Ladies and gentlemen, I am your host, the Lore Knight, and today we'll be running through the Shovel Knight series. And by today, I mean probably it'll take us more than one day. We'll see how long this takes us. I'm actually a little bit out of practice. We've actually kind of already started the King Knight run, too. But before I go any further, I do want to say very quickly, shoutouts and gratitude to Zazojo, Nadaz1, Potato, Progst, Nuhu Fife, Colin Peluso, Final Cloud 14, A Pack of 12 Ninjas, SJ NM, Dr. Papa Penguin, Solaris, Shadow Machine, Zaburiel, Diesel Edge, Codex 125, Eric Neo, Booth, Delbach, Card Thrower, Walker, Gossi, Kingsfold 1, Savacom 04, Arik Verindi, Ice Tray, Frieza 2000, Trafen, Duralis, and Cumanization 10. Thank you, all of you, very, very much. Much obliged and much appreciate your support. Thank you. And today, we will go ahead and start with the classic, Shovel Knight. You're wondering, why isn't the game out? Well, the game's kind of loud, so tell me how the audio is once we get into this. And yes, KOTOR is over. That is correct. So, we will of course be doing Shovel of Hope. Ah, it doesn't fit. Yeah, nobody likes older games. No, Nick Norton music. KOTOR 2 is a very underfunded and underinterested run, so it's nowhere near highest priority. You can see the list of the upcoming games we're streaming on the website. What? Long ago, the lands were untamed and roamed by legendary adventurers. Of all the heroes, none shone brighter than Shovel Knight and Shield Knight. Hi, Death Eagle. But their travels ended at the Tower of Fate when a cursed amulet wrought a terrible magic. When Shovel Knight awoke, the tower was sealed, and Shield Knight was gone. His spirit broken, a grieving Shovel Knight went into a life of solitude. I mean, he's got a shovel, so, you know. But without champions, the land was seized by a vile power, the Enchantress and her Order of No Quarter. Now the tower is unsealed, and devastation looms. A new adventure is about to begin. So welcome to Shovel Knight. This game's awesome. Right. Gotta remember how to play. It's actually been a while since I played vanilla. Yeah, this is the modern Mega Man game. I know Mega Man 11 has finally come out, but no, this is a Mega Man game in basically every way. This game came out about 5 years ago, I want to say, Chefcom? I think? When did Shovel Knight originally come out? It's been a while. Those are checkpoints. Yeah, it's a super old game. You can tell, I mean, look at it. It's got all the 8-bit thing. Look how old this is. What is this, a NES game? Ugh, I say. I suppose I should talk about stuff that I'm just kind of blazing through. This is the tutorial level, obviously. And, honestly, it does an extremely good job of tutorializing, in my opinion. So, the Shovel Knight, ironically, is actually pretty basic compared to the later ones. You have your attack. As you can see, it's very short range, but you can attack quickly. You can jump, and you can jump and do that, which you've seen me do many times, which leads to the bouncing mechanic. Anybody who's played DuckTales, you know how that mechanic works. Oh yeah, absolutely next time. I actually wanted to get into speedrunning this game, but yeah, that worked out. You can dig up piles. You can dig up parts of the terrain, which are always marked. Climb, jump, you know. Basically, all the basics of the game are on display here. Now, again, this is such a basic level of gameplay that I'm not sure the vanilla Shovel Knight is going to get a gameplay plus that I'm pretty sure all of the other ones are going to. We'll see, though, because the way Shovel Knight varies it up is, even though his base mechanics are basic, he has a lot of kit that he can get, which I'll be trying to show off as much as possible, even though pretty much all of that is optional. You may also notice I'm getting money. Money does actually have a purpose in this game. It's how you purchase upgrades. And you want that. That actually brings me to the penalty for failure in this game. So I've heard several people say Shovel Knight is pretty hard, and they're right. This is not an easy game. I've played harder, of course. But the funny thing is, I've also seen several people say that this is an incredibly easy game, specifically because it's not very punishing. Again, I like to differentiate between punishing and difficulty. Difficulty is something being hard to do. Punishment is how much it sucks when you fail at doing it. So, for example... Actually, you know what? I'll do it right now. I'm gonna die. Ugh! Now, the penalty for failure in this game is you lose a portion of your money. It's left wherever you died, as you just saw. So, if you get it back, no penalty, basically. You've recovered your money that you lost. Anybody who has either watched or played the recent Jedi Fallen Order knows that this is actually a fairly similar concept. There is a catch, and both Jedi Fallen Order and this game share the same caveat. If I was to die... I'm not going to do this because I do actually want my money, but if I was to die and then not get my money back and die again, the initial bundle of money is gone. It is permanently lost. You can only get the most recent death's money back. So that's the penalty for failure. Now, in my opinion, that's brilliant. Because, while there are some exceptions, the game is mostly relying on you and your skill to actually be able to undo your own failures. And it's not completely binary, which I like. And there's also... It's still something that can be penalizing, especially since you want money so much. So, I think that's brilliant. In fact, I think it's so brilliant that it's time for our first of many gameplay positives. So... I suppose I should mention there is one other thing about the penalty for failure in this game. And that is the fact that if you decide to leave the stage, like, you notice I could go back to... Well, I can go back to title screen here, but like, if I just decide to go back to the overworld map, effectively what happens is all of the stuff that happened in the stage is undone. So, you can do that to recover a bit, but you also can do that if, you know, you're just having trouble and you will have to lose everything you already recovered. But it's not a big deal. There we go. Sorry. I'm probably just going to start the save we already started for King Knight over again, Dream Whisperer. Let's kind of slot that in. So how's the volume doing? Because I know this game is pretty loud. In fact, I'm going to turn it down a little bit on my end. There we go. That's better. Games like this are pretty much why we invented the ducking thing. You may or may not remember that back in the day, anytime I streamed a game like this, without the ducking, we had to make the game so quiet that you basically couldn't hear it. But yeah, for anybody who's played a Mega Man game, you will know how to play this game. It's almost one-to-one. I suppose I should mention one other thing. Now, I'm not going to do it, but you can break these. If you do, you get money from them. This is a wonderful risk-reward thing, because these are checkpoints. This is where you go back to if you die. So if you break it, you don't get a checkpoint, but you do get the money from it. I don't feel brave enough to do that, so I'm not going to. Like I said, it's actually been a while since I've played vanilla. Well, we'll have to judge as we go through, Magister. Oh, nope, I was wrong. My count was off. My count's still off. How much health do you have left? Jesus. Die already. Yeah, if you combine Mega Man and DuckTales, you've basically got this game. Hi, buddy. So what is the money used for? I'll be able to show this off a little bit better later. Oh yeah, by the way, you can pull yourself out of a pogo by just attacking like that. Which is important sometimes, and will be critical tech for later. Anyways, you can buy all your special abilities. You can buy new armor, which is mostly cosmetic, but does have some gameplay effects as well. And you can buy upgrades, for example, increasing your health bar, increasing your mana bar. And I feel like that's it. Whoop, 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 too early. But yes, this would qualify as what I usually refer to as a precision platformer. It's probably not obvious, but it is actually quite easy to die in this game. So, final checkpoint. Oh yeah, the later on into a stage the checkpoint is, the more money you get from it. That is correct, Death Eagle, it was. I would say it's easier than Celeste, but both have the same general approach to punishing, so... I knew you'd show your face sooner or later. The cerulean coward! Turn back, Shovel Knight. There's nothing here for you anymore. Stand aside, Black Knight. I have no quarrel with you. I must return to the Tower of Fate. Your time away has dulled your senses, can't you see? This entire valley has been conquered by the Enchantress, and her invincible knights of the Order of No Quarter stand between you and the tower. But none of that matters, because anyone after the Enchantress has to go through me. Steal thy shovel. Black Knight is critically the only other guy who actually uses a shovel. Like, oh, I've already screwed it up. The timing on this quick kill is actually really tight. I'm screwing it up all over the place. I should probably stop trying. I'm gonna stop trying. That's okay. So I'm dead. I shouldn't have gone for the quick kill. The timing on the quick kill is extremely tight. Basically what you have to do is you have to attack right before you land. Over and over and over. You need to see I screwed it up twice there already. 3 times, 4 times. Now the funny thing is I can't actually get up to get my money back. So we're gonna need some help. Hey, Shovel Knight, can you help me out here? Thanks, buddy. Come on over. Come on. Thank you. By the way, I've mentioned this game is kind of simple, and it is, but that's... it has a very good core, as I like to refer to it. And that's one of the reasons why I think they were able to do such good things with it with the expansion. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, imagine I had to redo the entire level if I died there. Which, I mean, I did die there. Man, I'm tired. Long. So, should the sprite work go under gameplay or story? because it's getting a +2. Wait a minute, is that Shield Knight? I must save her. I must save her. Where is she? Where is she? I got you. Ugh, got her. Whew. Okay. It's okay, guys. Remember, always put out your fire. There's actually an achievement for that if I already have it. So, you guys have played Mario Bros. 3, right? Or Super Mario World. Halt! No weapons! We have enough to worry about lately with everyone swinging swords around. Oh, that's no weapon, just a shovel. You may enter then. Don't forget, press this to talk to NPCs. This is the Castlevania part of the game. There's a lot of flavor text here. So this guy will give me money in exchange for the music sheets, which I've been gathering. This also serves as the in-game OST player. See? This is where we buy upgrades. So... we'll go ahead and upgrade our health really quick. Since I tend to be berserkery in this. Remember her for later, by the way. She'll come up in the next game. Oh, that Spectre Knight. If someone would defeat him, I'd bestow upon them my greatest treasure. Hey, it's the deposed king from King Knight. So here's the useless information person. Here's another person who will be relevant in the second game. Mona. I suppose peaceful solitude is too much to ask for. Well, as long as I'm stranded here. Shall we pass the little game? I suck at this game, by the way. It's cheap to play, though. Yeah, the expansions have excellent continuity. You could get caught on that. Holy crap. How'd I do? Not bad, actually. King Knight and Spectre Knight are prequels. Plague Knight and Shovel Knight actually happen at the same time, as we'll see. Hey, I know things are tough, but don't throw in the trowel. Yeah, thanks. Hey, it's the Troupple Acolyte. And we'll buy those later. And then there's this guy. So, initially, he sells stuff that's basically worthless, but I am going to get the fish. For reasons we'll talk about later. So, as you can see, that uses mana, which you can see in the upper left there, the blue vial thing. This is kind of the Castlevania thing. So yeah, he's called the Troupple King because he's a trout who is also an apple. We'll see him later. I think I will actually go ahead and buy one of these. Actually, do I want to buy the second one? Yeah, I'll buy the second one. Screw it. Let's just get it over with. The ball is amazing if you're good at this game, which is why I'm not getting it. This was made by Yacht Club Games. Okay, he says I have to prove that I'm a Shovel Knight. There you go. Proved it. So this is so mean. These buckets sure are heavy. I feel so bad for her. But that's how we get up to higher places like this. Okay. Actually, real quick. Actually, yeah. We're gonna boost our magic total up to 40 now. So you can also body swap. Body swap is an option they added later on. Basically, it allows you to switch the gender of everyone. So you can do everyone's gender is switched. You can do everyone has random genders. You can do default, or you can do reverse of whatever the default is. And you can also select all of them individually if you want to. It's just for fun. Doesn't affect anything at all. It's cosmetic. So this is the Troupple King. See? Trout Apple. Makes sense now, right? So, he can give you Ichors. Now, these kind of function like bottles in most Zelda games. I've got 2 of them, if you remember. So we can have one that is a full heal and magic. One that allows you to become invincible for 10 seconds. I mean, you could whisper me on Shaymanda, you just have to tell me. Whisper me on Twitch, Shaymanda, so you just have to tell me you're sending it. Or absorb nearby treasure for 60 seconds. We're going to go with the health one. Hope you enjoy dancing animals, because, No, I'm playing on PC. It's easier to stream. I do have this on Switch, though. If you want me to respond right now, I'm going to have to stop the stream, though, obviously. So, FYI. Okay. Now that we got that out of the way. Should we do King Knight or Spectre? Actually, no. What I really want to see... is how does co-op mode work? This is a new feature. Oh my god, is this proper co-op? Oh my god, I think this is proper co-op. Oh, that's awesome! Plus the gameplay. Just message me on Twitch, Shaymanda. Just whisper me here. Otherwise, you'd have to be on my Discord, and I guess that's about it, really. That's awesome. Unfortunately, I can't actually. I have no one to play with because I have no friends. Oh, look, it even grabs them. That's amazing. Look at that. Here, check this out. Whoops, that's the... I just wasted that. God dang it. I'm curious now. But, no, hang on. Let's jump. Let's jump. There's jump. Found jump. Oh, we share money. Okay. Ah, and we share health if I want to respawn. God, that is so amazing. This is something I want in my life. Now, if this had online co-op... Oh. Be still my heart. I would force many people to play this with me. And by many, I mean the one and only person who would. But let's return to the map. Turn off co-op. No, I need to... Crap, how do I turn off co-op? The Switch is a console, last I checked. Yes, Magister. Oh yes, cutscenes are skippable, by the way. Because of course they are. So, for real now. I love this music so much. Make sure we have this. Why, Magister, if you don't mind my asking? Oh, I know that feeling next time. Really, I do. Anime Dog, or Lore Dog, or Thirsty Dog, whatever you want to call her, she had a lot of difficulties with the heat. I used to give her one of my box fans. Just so she could try and stay chill. Yeah, the Switch is the best thing ever, but, no, for real, though. I do have to rephrase something, so for the longest time I've said, you know, I want everything on the Switch. I have to amend that. I can make this turn. I give up. I'll do it the easy way. I have to amend that because I have since come into the understanding of bad Switch ports. Everything has to be, well, properly, you know, properly ported to the Switch, as opposed to junk ports. We need more Civ 6s and less Bloodstains. Yeah, speaking of which, when we play Bloodstained, we will not be playing the Switch version. What's funny is you're going to say, but they patched it. Yeah, they have. And they have patched it to the point where it's as bad as it is now. Think of that what you will. I would absolutely recommend Civ 6. It's a good game. I think Civ 5 with all expansions is better. But I do still think Civ 6 is a good game. I know, right, Von Falkenstein? But they did. It's a lot of little things, but the biggest and most obvious one is the timing is off, and the lag is terrible. Especially in certain areas. There's also certain visual effects which are just off on the Switch version. Is it really max time? Wow. It's a shame they couldn't properly port that sucker. Because, by all accounts, Bloodstained is a really good game. We'll find out when we get there. I love this music. This is the exact song that made me fall in love with the soundtrack, by the way. Must pause stream. Yeah, if you say it's not urgent, Shamondo, I believe you. Knowing it's there helps. Like, sometimes people will whisper me, and they won't... I almost screwed that jump up. And they won't tell me, and I have to manually look for whispers. So, you know, I won't see it. Oh, this is the out, isn't it? No, there we go. So this is fun. I wonder what's in this chest. It's a guy! So this is how you get most of the artifacts that I've referenced before. Artifacts is the kit I mentioned, for example. We now have the ability to shoot a little fireball, which is not actually all that interesting, to be completely honest, but, you know. Yes, Kay. We are playing Darth Revan. Can't you tell by the horns? So I wouldn't say Bloodstained is just Castlevania, no. It is obviously a Castlevania-style game. In fact, it's a Metroidvania, but it is also... It is the dev team of several Castlevanias, including Soten, who got together and said, we want to make another game like Soten, and then made it happen, thanks to Kickstarter. It's one of the Kickstarter success stories, I would say. Oh, you think this is cute, Savacom? Wait until you see Plague Knight. I know that doesn't sound cute, but trust me. You ain't seen nothing until you've seen Plague Knight dance. Worth it. See, I get why you don't like the Switch max time. Why doesn't Magister like the Switch, though? Or is this just an elf thing? Well, yes is the answer to that question, Shamondo, but not for the reasons you're probably thinking. Getting a little too berserker here. I should probably chill a little bit, but I happen to know he's going to give me a health up, so... There's that. Also, we know these guys come from the King Knight, thanks to King Knight, so that's cute. Anyways, at this point in time, discussing the Force basically comes down to discussing your favorite interpretation of the Force. Whoops. Well, I need to get hostile, Shamondo. I won't tell you anything about Episode 9. But, no comment. That's on the list now, too. Yes, it actually is Dream Whisper. If you really wanted to. If you wanted to min-max your gold game. Anyways, so, like, we got the Force, right? And at this point, it's really just down to your personal favorite interpretation of the Force. So, which do you prefer? Now, that being said, the AU does seem to be doing a definitive effort to try and codify the Force, and I talked about that during Flareblade's donation of bits, which is awesome. Thank you very much, Flareblade. Very much appreciate the bits, sir. If you would like to put that towards increasing interest or priority in a future stream, please let me know, and I will do so. By the way, anybody paying attention may or may not notice that this game has the label of Sushi Game. I believe this is technically the first game I've been able to give that label since we came up with the term. I say we. I didn't come up with the term. Wish I did. Javan actually came up with that idea. And it's a great idea, and I'm totally stealing it. Sushi Game refers to something that just really clicks with me. Regardless of pluses, regardless of minuses, it's just a treat to play. Actually, now that I think about it, Mario Odyssey would qualify as well. I need to go add that to the Mario Odyssey thing. There's probably others. FF6, now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, you get the idea. It's just, you know, we had to come up with a terminology for it, and so that was suggested, because sushi is pretty much the end-all food for me. I could probably eat that. Aww! Whatever. So yeah, just insert whatever your favorite food is here, and that's basically the idea of the trope. Yeah, no, this game isn't hard at all. Rice game. I like it. I have seen some people say this game is too easy, specifically because it's not punishing enough. I think those people liked Quickman stage in Mega Man 2 a little bit too much, if you know what I mean. So, King Knight. Technically our first boss battle. An interloper's in our midst, begone from our throne room, knave. I'm no more an intruder than you. You aren't even a real king. Oh, but you're mistaken. The enchantress saw me for my fabulously regal self, and now all bow before me. You're not but a decadent dandy. Prepare to taste justice. Shovel justice. So he's a joke. And I'm willing to say that even though it might get me killed, because I'm kind of low in health at the moment. His big thing is he hits like a truck. And he's got really big slow swings like that. But as you can see, I'm better than him in every way, so, you know. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, no kidding, next time. There's also several modes this game has to assist speedrunners and difficulty runners, challenge runners, rather. Alright, let's go buy some upgrades. Wait a minute, I sense a random overworld encounter. You remember Mario Brothers 3, right? Hammer Brothers? Oop. Not get cocky. No reason for that. Anyways, that's what these are, roughly. They're just a way to get additional money. There's some other encounters later we'll talk about when we get there. Yes, I just threw that other guy's head at the second guy that hurt him. I would never do that, Death Eagle. Never, ever, 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 especially not about 3 weeks ago. Yeah, actually, could you switch playlist? I mean, this is a decent song, but this is a much better song. There we go. Yeah, no, I agree, Max Time. It's kind of like when we were playing JFO, we just kept combining games into what it was. So I'm going to go ahead and buy the orb. This is kind of a pseudo 90% run here. Let's rock out to awesome music. Oh, sorry. Thank you very much, NLG Arm Devil. I very much appreciate the sub, sir, as always. Thank you. And if you happen to know where you want to put that, please let me know. Now, I'm going to need this health, because I tend to really berserker the bosses in this, as you probably already have seen. Like, we haven't even fought the hard bosses yet. I will die later on, I guarantee it. But where do you want to put it, NLG? If you don't tell me where to put it, well, you know the consequences of that. Aw. Music's over. Alright, before I forget. So you guys said gameplay? Gameplay it is. I'm so tempted to give another plus to gameplay for the proper co-op thing, because holy crap, do you have any idea how few games have proper campaign co-op? There's Command & Conquer Red Alert 3, there's New Super Mario Bros. On the Wii, there's New Super Mario Bros. U on the Wii U, there's Donkey Kong Country Tropical Returns, and Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. You notice these are a lot of Nintendo games. And there's probably others. Good evening, Contraxpia. I haven't played Call of Juarez, so I can't actually speak to that one. So, sprite work. What was the other thing I was just thinking about? Oh yeah, music. By the way, this is probably going to be my highest rated gameplay game ever. I am technically cheating because I'm baking all the expansions into the same game, but just thought I'd let you know. I did enjoy Warcraft 3, that is correct, Death Eagle. Weird thought, I know, that Warcraft 3 is actually a good game, but there it is. Yeah, no, max time. Shovel Knight might actually surpass. I think at this moment, FF5 is the highest on the list. It's either FF5 or Mario Odyssey. The two of them are both way up there. Speaking of amazing music... So, one of the other things Shovel Knight does amazing, and all of the expansions have this, is level variety. So if you're paying attention... Oh yeah, the backgrounds are just great in general. If you're paying attention, King Knight's stage was kind of simplistic. Like, there wasn't really a gimmick to it, per se. That is already over with. Every stage from now on will have some kind of gimmick going for it. Like this, for example. The level design pluses they're just going to stack up. I'm just going to be real with you guys. That's a problem. Probably watching the wrong channel. Oh, I screwed that up. I can still make it work. I can still make it work. Focus. Come on. No! There we go. Totally saved it. So he knows we can't kill the ghosts. Just keep that in mind for later. Much later, when we get to King Knight. Mini boss time. That's true next time. Didn't think about that, but you're right. Oh yeah, so this is the bouncy ball, by the way. It bounces. So here's the other gimmick. I actually really like this gimmick, believe it or not. Now, this could have been done very wrong. They could have made this so you, for example, have no vision whatsoever. That would have probably been bad design, honestly. That would have just been straight up unfair. But as you can see, I can still see what I'm doing to some extent, even while in this area. Now, they can still trick you with a section like that jump there, and I knew that was coming, but there's no indicator here that it's there. Oh. Ah, whatever. I can still do this. And yeah, you can always just wait for the lighting, too. As I've said before, I tend to really like gimmicks, at least as long as they're well done. For example, that. Which... I'm a little cautious here. 100% sure of my position. So there's gimmick number 3. The weighted panels. Now, if you let them go all the way down, you die. Aw, I keep not using it. So those are basically refills for your chalice, if you're wondering. Let's get off there. There we go. I'm going to be cautious here because there's that one beetle, and that beetle has killed me more than once. Bet you didn't even see him. It's this guy right here. That frickin' beetle. He knocks you right back onto the things. Do I have... I do not have that yet. Come on over here. Come on. There you go. Nope, nope. Come on. Over here. Ah. Oh, whatever. I'll do it the easy way. There we go. Pretty bad luck manipulation on the frog there. Please forgive me for a second. Well, thank you very much, Shamondo. As I asked earlier, if you happen to know where you'd like to put those bits, as far as increasing interest or priority in a future stream, please let me know. And I shall so do it. Love this music so much. Ah, this is where I get it, isn't it? Generally speaking, you want to buy these every time you see them. They're all useful. This is probably the best of the items as far as a normal playthrough. We'll not get the best item from a speedrun playthrough later. Well, Shamondo, if you go to lorerunner.com, which Bregman actually just linked to you, you'll see a very large list of options. And their current funders rating, which is new, by the way. It's new functionality. Thank you, Third and Zalog, for helping me with that. You see how many funders there are, which you can sort by. You can see just the alphabet, and you can also see how much money has been already put towards a specific run. Now this one's a little bit trickier, because it's easy to get stuck under there. There we go. We finally get some good RNG. There we go. Made it. Now we're stuck, though. I feel like there is a way out. I remember it. I may just be stuck. I could try this. Nah, it's not gonna do it. No. Basically soft-lock myself. And yes, do remember to look into the vault as well, if you care. Shoot. Okay. Him. Oh, we're getting that money back. Don't you worry about that. We just need to do this. Okay, now we have to be a little careful. You can also add something to the list, Shamondo, although I'd kind of rather you not, because we already have literally over 100 runs that are in the process. But you can, in the interest of fairness. We just added another one today, although I haven't updated the list with that yet. What I do is I use a custom program to rip the information from the 3DS directly. Oh. So I literally stream my 3DS wirelessly. You learned something. Yeah, you just say right now in chat, "Hey, Lore, I think it'd be wizard if you put it towards this," and I'll say, "Well, okay." And voila, it shall happen. Never underestimate the pogo of death. So here we go. Here's the fun screen. I want to get through this screen before I go check that donation, because this screen is extremely easy to die on. Which one, Shamondo? For there are two. HD I can do. So I suppose I should show off what the phase block it looks like. So it phases you temporarily. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Alright, now I'll go check, since I just died. Okay, let me pause really quick. Yeah, it is very easy to die on that screen. Oh my god, Mr. Red, what the hell? Why would you do this? Why would you do this? Well, thank you, Mr. Red. Thank you very, very much for the support, sir. He donated $30 towards Hedden, which I constantly stumble over the pronunciation of. So I just realized I probably don't have any of these pluses up on screen yet, do I? Yep, nope, I don't. So let's fix that, shall we? So we're up to that right now. Technically, I'm not going to count the king pluses and minuses yet because I'm doing this completely out of order because of scheduling. Just add an infinity sign. Look, this game's amazing. Go play it. Go play it. Aren't you playing it yet? Timed that completely wrong. God, that was actually quite close. Did you see how close that became? Whew. I do want my money back. I don't think I'm going to get it back, though. Okay, how do I do? Oh! Wow, that timing. Well, I just lost that money permanently. Like I said, that's a thing. So, anybody who's played this game extensively probably knows there's a thing that can happen where you basically... Oh, wow, I missed the jump. Where you basically end up in a death loop. Now, that's not what's happening to me here. The death loop is when you try to get your money back and then you die. And then you try to get your money back and then you die. And then you try to get your money back and then die. And it just kind of escalates. The first game is a bit more bad about that than the other ones. In later games, in later expansions, I should say, they added a few more features that make it a little bit easier to recover your cash. Without dying over and over and over. There's also a little bit of RNG onto where the actual bags end up, which is part of the problem. So, boss time. Oh. So this is Spectre Knight. This is no place for the living, mortal. You shall be summoned when it is your time. And everyone has a time. As we saw with your beloved Shield Knight. Lies. I won't believe such talk from phantoms. Your very existence is a vile deception. The Enchantress is just full of surprises. She granted me new life, so that I might take yours. Gotta be a little cautious here. It's easy to lose a lot of health fast on Spectre Knight. He is, as you can see, he is the triple my speed. And he can teleport. And his attacks have huge AoE. He's not in phase 2 yet either, so I'm being a little cautious. Ah, almost. There we go. Then he summons ads. Because of course he does. What kind of necromancer would he be if he couldn't actually summon people? No, it's pretty well explained here, although Spectre Knight's own campaign does go into the Enchantress more as well. Sorry, I was being overly cautious there. Basically, yes, Contraxpia. I'm not sure which came first. Dark Souls or Shovel Knight. I will save Shield Knight. Even if it costs me my life, I will save her. Oh god, there's all these skeletons trying to prevent me from saving her. Oh god, now there's rats? Why are there rats? Oh god, now there's frogs? Stay away. Stay away. Must. Save. Yeah, I'm sure Demon Souls came first, but I don't remember how Demon Souls' penalty for failure system worked. Notice we get a free meal ticket there, so on the off chance you're doing absolutely terribly, every few levels gives you basically a free health upgrade. And the world map expands. So, going back to the Mario 3 thing, you remember the gold ships? Okay, actually, real question. How many of you do remember the gold ships? Because a lot of people didn't actually get those. See you around, Shamondo. Have a good night's sleep. It works a little bit better here since money has a valuable use other than just lives. Yeah, we made like 1,000 gold out of that one. By the way, notice the NPCs have an animation whenever they have something to interact with. It's basically the equivalent of the exclamation mark in, like, World of Warcraft or Warcraft 3. Oh crap! I didn't actually mean to do that. Sorry, sorry. One more time. I'd make a joke about her hips, but Bregwin's not here. Besides, we all know that Mona's the one who really has the hips in this game. No, so if we talked to her before, she actually says, if you defeat Spectre Knight, I will give you my greatest treasure. And then, you know, that's her greatest treasure, is the dance. Although, she does give you a music sheet, which is 500 gold. I'm gonna hold off on buying any other upgrades right now because I want to be able to buy the stuff in the levels. So anytime you encounter the chest guy in the levels, and he says, hey, you want to buy this super ability or whatever? If you decide not to or can't afford it, after encountering and freeing him, he will then be willing to sell it back in town thereafter. So, these are bonus areas that rely on a certain ability to get through them. One of the abilities you get, like right now, this is the phasing locket area. This is a good time to show off how the phasing locket works. First of all, it freezes you in the air, which I think is actually its best use overall, personally. But second of all, it makes you intangible and invincible for a second. Only for a second. I didn't actually do that on purpose. I'll go ahead and admit that. I was pushing it. If I'd been 6 frames faster, I would have managed that, but whatever. That's why I didn't make it. Give it the last time, too. As you can see, these levels have tons of mana just lying around. So you can just keep casting whatever the ability is over and over and over. Because the idea is basically to play around and learn how to use the ability in the other stages. Although, mana's pretty plentiful in this game anyways. So you're never really going to be completely low on it. Not unless you're chain casting like crazy. You can only do those stages once, too. So it's just kind of a one-time bonus experience, or excuse me, money thing. Now there's actually a second town you can see there, but we can't reach them yet, so... Let's go to the Explodatorium. Another of my favorite songs in this game. And here's our first gimmick. This is also when we're first introduced to soft sand, so far all the sand we've interacted with is hard sand, aka you hit it and you bounce off of it. Soft sand, you just go right through. We also have exploding rats here, because of course we do. The sheets add music to the music player, and also give you 500 gold each sheet. They're a form of rewarding collectible, excuse me. Just thinking, don't be greedy, Laura. Whoops. That's my fault. There we go. And this is actually a bit of a problem, but we'll make it work. Ugh, okay, we lived. Yeah, those exploding rats are actually pretty mean. Die? I think I do. I'm gonna die here on purpose. Hit me, damn it. There we go. The more money you have, the more you drop, by the way. You don't drop all of it, though. That's one way it differs from, I think, Dark Souls does that. There we go. Get a little cautious here. Dying in these optional rooms really sucks, so if you're gonna die, don't die in there. Pro tip. Die less. Reminds me of one of my old raid leaders in WoW Vanilla. He used to literally tell the group, alright, die less. And then we, after a wipe, you know, and then we just try again. That was the quickest way to do it, remember. Well, I can't say that, maybe it wasn't. Seemed the quickest. Number 3, I think, we're up to for this place. The cauldrons, which have a very interesting mixture in them. Is this good with mouse and keyboard? So I've never actually played this with keyboard. I'm not sure how you'd use the mouse here. It's all menu-driven and action-based or action. You know what I mean. It's a side-scroller. Ugh, that almost cost me. I can't imagine you wouldn't be able to play this on mouse and keyboard. Like, if you could play, you know, Mega Man or Mario Brothers or whatever on mouse and keyboard, then you could probably do it. Personally, I do prefer a controller for this kind of platforming game, but that's just me. And that's just preference. This time we get a coin. So here's what the alchemy coin does. It's kind of random. Yeah, that's why I'm not going to be using it all that much, but that's a fun one. If you get a line of enemies, the coin is actually really good for that. The speedrun doesn't use much of it, though. Suck. And yes, that's me doing that, by the way. Squatting. I don't know why that's in the game, but it is. Nice, this section, so... I'm probably gonna die here. This section can be pretty mean. And that's why. Sorry. I started routing a speedrun for this, but I never actually did it. Honestly, I'm not good enough to actually speedrun this game. This game is very mean to speedrun, if you want to be competitive. Speaking of mini-bosses... Notice this is kind of my go-to on most bosses. There's a reason for that. Yeah, 42 minutes for this game. I've already been playing for longer than that. And I haven't exactly been playing that terribly. By the way, hi Seraphim. Hope school was tolerable. It always amuses me a bit. You ever watch a speedrunner play a game? They always make it look so damn easy, right? I fear I'm doing this game a disservice because I'm not playing well, but it probably looks really easy. Please trust me when I say that this game is nowhere near as easy as it looks. That's true, it's very cartoony. It's not like the NES era ever had any good games, right? Or hard games, excuse me. So this section can suck. We're just gonna try and push through this as quickly as we can. Ugh. This, holy crap. Last time. Most adorable of the knights.
Leave me alone.
Show yourself, Plague Knight. Your trickery will not stop me.
Trickery? Fruits of my research and know me a trick. now let's have a listen, shall we? I promise it'll be enlightening.
Might actually die here. Whoa. Being tricky there. 2, 3, 4. There we go. Came close. I had 1 health left, if you didn't catch that. An RPG with a convoluted plot? Xenosaga. Easy answer. This is why I keep upgrading my health, by the way. Ah, hey, so here's another one of the mini-bosses. North from Pridemore, west at the fork. Oh, bother. I must have passed it already. Well met, traveler.
Ooh, maybe you can help me.
I think I got lost. I was trying to...
Wait a second. You're the knight with a shovel.
Indeed, I am the...
See, the knight with a shovel who has been menacing the village.
I assure you I have done no such.
You gonna use that shovel to bury innocent people? Your reign of terror ends here.
Kickstarter bosses. I mean, there are 2 Shovel Knights. Just one of them is called Black Knight, and one of them is called Shovel Knight. I have beat Xenogears, but only once. I kind of didn't like the game, to be completely honest with you.
Do your worst, villain. Strike me down.
I am no villain. We're fighting a common enemy.
Wait, we are? Well, why didn't you say so?
Oh, I feel like a fool now. Think nothing of it, friend. Knights are strongest when they work together.
Yeah, Knight's Code, first vow. Always help a person in need. Knock him down, Shovel Knight.
Well, if I must. I'm gonna buy 1 more health upgrade before we do the underwater area. Hey Seth, what's going on? I should be reading those. Oh, he's out? Well, shoot. Nah, I want to save it. Because the next town's coming up and I want to buy a few things in the next town. As soon as we finish the water area. So, gimmicks for this place. Vanishing platforms. And underwater physics. Now, the underwater physics seem like they're not that bad here, but trust me when I say this is kind of terrifying. Basically, once you start a descent, there's nothing you can do but continue to descend. Even if the game makes you feel like you have some degree of control over yourself, you do not. Basically, is what I'm trying to get at. And that can lead to some fun stuff. So, I'm predicting 2 deaths on this level. What do you guys think? By the way, there's a lot of instant death spikes and pits in this level. Because of course there are. Safe route. Nope, we just have infinite breath. The challenge comes from other problems. Oh yeah, absolutely, Ventures. I mean, there are other aspects of games that come into this. Hey, come back. But this is, at its core, a Mega Man game. So these things, as soon as you step on them, they're like the bubble things, except they catapult you up. That's gimmick number 2, or I guess 3. And as you can see, there's stuff on the ceiling we don't want to be shoved up into. You cannot, no, Death Eagle. I mean, I could die, but I don't actually want to die. I mean, in real life, sure, but not in the game. That's different, man. The game actually matters. Oh yeah, did I mention this? The fishing rod is actually a weapon too. The problem is, I think I'm dead. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm dead. Yep, no. That's okay. That's actually relatively easy to recover from. So there's 1 death. Notice I just dropped 3,000 gold, to give you an idea of what I meant earlier. Oh god, that was actually very nearly close. 3,000 gold less. Well, I'm kind of stuck, which really sucks, actually. Yes, I have played the Wizard and Warriors games. Although there's only one I played extensively, and I believe it's the second one on the NES. I think, don't quote me on that. So now, all we need to do to get our money back is that. I feel like I liked the music too. I know I've done at least one remix of it. Oh, that was a long time ago. I did in fact play Earthbound when it came out. I bought it at a Toys R Us. Yeah, I got all the money back. All the money. Hey, Kororo. Oh, hey, look, a chest. A completely innocent chest. Let me change items here. So this is this game's version of a Mimic. This is really easy to die on, by the way. cautious. I can aim. Ugh, okay. That's because I'm actually good at video games, Myron. That's one of the reasons it irritates me when people say I'm not. Nobody likes to be accused of something that's untrue, right? It's like when I said, hey, Myron, you're stupid and ugly. Okay, that's a bad example, but you get my point. And then, he actually was in the chest. Eel's alive. I haven't had a ride like that in ages. Like, I'm gonna be sick. And we buy the anchor, which is variably useful. It's this. It's the frickin' axe from Castlevania. I'm really low on health right now. I'll be taking a little bit slower than usual. So I'll probably tell this story again whenever it comes to the Earthbound review. But when I got Earthbound, what sold me on it was the fact that it was an RPG that didn't have, you know, evil lords or magic or anything like that, which Mum was never into. She always just kind of tolerated my interest in stuff like that. So I basically sold her on the idea. Whoops. A little too slow there. Sold her on the idea of the game because it was just, you know, an RPG based on, like, a normal setting and blah, blah, blah. She was like, well, that sounds pretty cool. I don't even know about the... We're just going to be really cautious here. Very low on health. I didn't even know about the guide that came with it at the time, and I read it, like, the whole car trip back. I should probably mention that it was no short or easy thing to go to Toys R Us for me. It was something like a 40-minute trip. Because, you know, back in the day, how else did you buy video games? Like, they had video game stores. I still have that guide. My original copy of it, I should clarify. Too low in health. Depends, Mr. Red. And that is... I know that's not the answer you're looking for, but that is the answer. Depends on the fan thing, depends on the game. We have, however, played one fan game on camera, so it's not like there's no precedence for that. That would be Black Mesa, if you're paying attention. Not worth our time. Just gonna get past him. I mean, I'll be completely real. I buy my games on Amazon. I used to buy stuff at GameStop, and then GameStop sucked. Like, for real, think about this for a second. How many of you can name a bad GameStop story? How many of you can name a good one? Okay, this is actually pretty rough. I need to go. Okay. Boss time. This is a fun boss. My gems, my vessel, my ocean. Your very presence tarnishes. You ought to lay claim to the sea itself. Your greed knows no bounds, Treasure Knight. Your hands are no less dirty. Even now, others are paying for your avarice. Let us duel. Winner take all. By the way, those cutscenes don't play the second time you go in there. So, it's kind of an automatic skip cutscene thing. You can also skip the cutscenes, as I've already mentioned. Yes, by the way, that's a large pile of gold coins we're fighting on, and he will actually attack us with waves of gold coins. It's awesome. Like that. One, two, three, four. I don't know why I love doing that. I'm sorry, guys. I prefer physical copies of some games if I can manage it, not avoid it. I also apparently just lost my internet connection. Well, that's fascinating. Let's see if it can reconnect. Okay, looks like we've reconnected. Okay, so we're just gonna keep playing. This is the super secret content that only YouTube viewers get to see. You're awesome. There you go. There it is. Super secret content. Let's go to town first before we risk losing any of it. So yeah, this is the level 2 town. Oh, that King Knight, he's so regal. Such a refined fashion sense. But honestly, I'd rather be your queen. And then this becomes a PG-13 stream. I wonder if that was Twitch or just my local connection. Whatever, I guess. By the way, yes, that's an airship up there. Don't worry, we'll cover this airship in more detail later. So, we can buy the armor here. We can also buy shovel upgrades. Slash to spark the ground when you're at full health. Not all that useful. Dig up a whole pile in one motion. Kinda useful. Hold to do a charge attack. Very useful. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and grab that one. That gives us this attack. So the armor, this is actually funny, so drop half as much gold when you die, sacrifice protection for a higher magic limit, and you get magic from defeated enemies. Perform 2 consecutive shovel drops to unleash a charge slash. Keep your footing when struck by enemies, in other words, no knockback. However, you also have ice physics, and does nothing, my personal favorite. Grab that one. Because it looks cool, Roger Brock. Oh, it also gives you a sheen animation. With my vast riches, I could buy this whole store, but I forgot my wallet. Would you give me your gold? Yeah, sure. I buy only the best, and for my latest purchase, unfortunately, I'm only 1,000 gold short. Excelsior! Such a charming beret. If only I had the means to afford it. All I need is 1,000 gold. My precious hat. That's a lovely helmet. So lovely. So lovely. I travel the land far and wide. I do searching, learning, teaching, collecting all shapes, all sizes. Hats. Each one I wear grants me a new power. And your hat looks powerful indeed. Hat Knight. And we get our money back plus some extra. Unfortunately, no, Myron. You can't have it as just cosmetic. You can switch to it. Once you buy it, it's unlocked forever. But you do actually get the effects of the armor once you're wearing it.
Enough! I know what came over me. I know now what came over me. My hunger for hats took control. Your beautiful hat.
It's a helmet.
Righto, I knew that. Wear it in good health. Right, well, off I go then.
Propeller Knight. There's a guy who knows how to treat his fans. But you're the one knight who really blows me away, Shovel Knight. Okay, just getting creepy. Getting creepy. No, if you lose, you just die. We'll be a Sith for right now. You guys like Sith, right?
Oh, bother. He found me. I'm so embarrassed. I promise I'll pester you no longer. Here's some gold.
Nah, she's totally not a stalker crush thing. No, Dream Whisperer. It's pick and choose. Hey, speaking of which. I should have switched armor for this fight.
Joy, I can't believe this.
Trouble, friend? Have you lost your way?
Got the best gear, the slickest armor, the strongest rope.
Pardon? Are you in need of help?
Those stuck-up order no quarter clowns have no idea what they're missing. Hey, you look like a knight.
Shovel Knight at your service, but I'm not in league with...
So I heard if you beat a knight, you get to take their title, right?
No.
The great Barge Knight. I like the sound of that. They'll have no choice but to accept me now. Come on, let's do this.
Kickstarter boss number 2. I really should have had the other armor for this. It's much better for this. I'm actually going to lose this fight. Holy crap. Oh yeah, lightning face. Can't forget that. Launches here. It's pretty significant, Mr. Ed, although the duration of the games matters as well. Mario Brothers 2... Well, okay, there's a run-up right now that's like Mega Man 1 through 6, right? That's not that big because, you know, those games are all going to be relatively short.
No way. Not even my best moves could phase you.
Well fought. If you can accept defeat like a true knight, you'll always have your dignity.
No, they'll never let me in the order. Never, ever. Wah.
Just let you enjoy that animation for a second. Yeah, just like the Zelda comparison I made earlier, chalices are really useful. Left or right, guys? Quick, quick, quick. Left it is. You have chosen poorly. Oh crap, oh crap. Ah, I completely slipped there. Whatever. That was my fault. I could have recovered a decent amount of that money. I hadn't slipped. Ah, whatever. That was also a mistake on my part. mistakes all over the place here. Sorry, guys. I wonder if you're watching the backgrounds, by the way, because there's a lot of background art in this game. No, you get other abilities through the artifact things and money hunters. Speaking of which... best armor in the game. Because it does this? Oh crap, I can't remember how to... Oh, there we go. There we go. Changes your jump animation. It's cosmetic! Get it? Yeah, this is the stylish armor. Yeah, 8,000 gold and it does nothing for you. Totally worth it. Correct, it's just unlocked now. I just have it. Better than that, but whatever. I think the silver looks better, but I love the jump. So you've already kind of seen one of the gimmicks, but you haven't really seen the gimmick of this level yet. Also, lava kills you instantly. But seriously, do me a favor, guys. I don't really have the ability to do this because, you know, I gotta pay attention to what I'm doing. Watch the background art as we move through this level. It kind of shifts as we go further in. See the pyramid thing in the background there? So here's the other gimmick of the level. That's not quite true. We actually have one more gimmick coming still. It's probably because of that reset earlier on track speed. Not that many Death Eagles. Not as many as I'd like. Like I said, I never actually got around to speedrunning it. I want to say this is my 4th playthrough? Something like that. No, I gotta kill him on principle. Well, like I said, sushi game. Plus, I've seen a lot of speedruns for this, and I was routing my own speedrun for this back before I gave up on speedrunning. Well, as weird as this may sound, Max Time, the Mega Man collections kind of took over my chill game for a while there. Because of the challenge modes, you know? Hey, Don! I have the best armor, as you can see. So here's gimmick number, I think we're up to 2 now, this level. The explodey blocks, which basically as soon as you hit them, all the nearby ones explode. So for example, that happens. think about what you're doing rather than just smash through. Oh, okay, that was a failure on my part. Or that will happen. By the way, you may or may not notice this. One of the interesting things about this game is enemies don't drop money repeatedly. You notice all the enemies I've already killed are not dropping money right now. So you can't really farm a level in the traditional sense of the word. And this is what I was trying to do. I believe this is the puncher claw, boxing glove thing. Yep. This is actually one of the better and more fun tools for a speedrun. You know why? Oh, hang on, let me do it right. That's why. We're still not actually at the best speedrun tool yet, though. I'll point it out when we get there, don't worry. I picked up the ball. Just for you. I tend to leave it on the phase locket for usual stuff, but, So, this is the final gimmick of this level. We've got this wonderful gummy stuff, and the way the gummy interacts with the rest of the level is basically the other gimmick. So, for example, there's bits of ooze dropping here, which I can then use to bounce. See? And do stuff like this. And of course the lava eventually gets out of the goop. I have no idea what the goop is, don't ask. We can try to headcanon. What do you think the goop is, guys? Ancient secrets of an ancient civilization, maybe? Okay, nobody ask Nymph anything ever again. Ooh, Plague Knight stuff. I like that answer. I like that answer. Demon blood. I don't think demons exist in this setting. Could be wrong, of course. So, I used to die here because I didn't know that you could stop being in the pogo animation. So I'd automatically pogo there and just frickin' die. Yeah, I can do this. Bye, buddy. Jackass. That glove. Like I said, there is actually an even better one later. Oh no, I'm nowhere, Cody. I would be like 100th on the leaderboards if I actually tried to speedrun this game. Maybe 200th or 500th. I'd be way down there. I suck. I almost died just there. Boss time. See what's a good voice for him.
You're your depth, Spelunker. You lost.
These ruins belong to the ages, Mole Knight.
I know. But more importantly, is that your digging implement? I'm astonished you made it 10 feet down with that rusty trinket. I will bury you. For no good reason.
Best reason to fight. That's an insta-kill, by the way, if it drags you over there. I haven't decided yet next time. Did I just lose stream again? There's a ham. See, I didn't count to 4. I wanted to. But I know you hate it. I swear this game isn't Easy Adventures. Must save her at all costs. Save you. Okay, I saved her. If it makes you feel any better, there's 2 stages I tend to die on a lot, and we're not at either of them yet. But there's one of them. I like how this is literally called the Armor Outpost. Okay, as much as the gold armor is awesome here. So yeah, this turns it into Mario physics. I know it's probably not really obvious, but we've got a little bit of the squiggity going on here. And what I actually want is that one, though. This is, in my opinion, the most useful one to have. They're making another Matrix film? Is my answer to that question. I mean, at some point or another, I'm sure the sisters will learn how to make a good film, but I have yet to see that happen, so... What? Let's go get these out of the way. Yeah, money, obviously. Is my thing on? Oh. One moment, sorry. It's just... We're entering the point where I'm going to need the AC on and the fan on me pretty much at all times. So I need to start getting into that mentality. Hey! You like not being able to see, right? By the way, if you're wondering what I mean by that, as I discussed during the rumination on the first Matrix film, they didn't really come up with the first Matrix film. And that's kind of the problem. They came up with the second and third, which were okay. And then they came up with a bunch of other films, which were not okay. ever seen Jupiter Ascending? Oh my god. Ah, that was close. Yeah, it was originally the brother and sister, excuse me, and now it's the sisters, plural. It's a bad movie, Death Eagle. With you by our side, Black Knight, total dominion is within our grasp. I beg of you, take my words to heart. Your safety is my only concern. They made Speed Racer, yes. Haven't you tired of this charade? Stay out of this. You never were one to blindly follow, Black Knight, but the order on the Enchantress must be stopped. Fool! You're heading down a ruinous path. The only path I seek leads to the Tower of Fate, and I will reach it. Never! Steal thy shovel. No, Jupiter Ascending was the one with, I can't remember her name, who is on Earth and a waitress and find out she's actually a queen. And people eat trillions of people to extend their lives, and there's a guy who's actually a dog. I like dogs. You think I'm making any of this up? You don't know. You don't know. I think I did max time, but I don't remember. I streamed the first time I played this game. So whatever we decided, we came up with on our first stream. I don't think that's been archived. I think it was back when I wasn't archiving streams. I'm not sure. Just want to get this out of the way really quick. Yeah, I didn't even have the channel. In fact, I didn't have the channel until 2016. Now, unlike the armor, the shovel upgrades do stack. It's just only one of them is really worth picking up. Okay. Let's do this one first. I'm probably going to die a few times here. You gotta have your ice level. Probably one of the only songs I don't like in Vanilla Shovel Knight. Exactly, Cody. In fact, the last stream that went live on the YouTube channel is the WoW lore run. And even that, we actually had the new channel in the middle of the WoW lore run. It's just, for consistency's sake, we decided, and we actually had a poll about this, we decided to go ahead and just keep the whole thing on the YouTube channel. The Ruminations channel, I should call it. Interesting thing about the shovel I'm using right now, by the way. It doesn't matter if you successfully hit with the bounces. Just as long as you get 2 bounces, you get the charge shot. Like that. Get this guy, and then Dream Whisper can remind me of the thing. And then we get the thing. Thank you, Dream Whisper. I know, Marin. Okay, that was actually funny. Oh, whatever. You have missed all the XCOM streams, Death Eagle, which at this point we've had 4 total? One of which is archived. Just the one. That would be XCOM 2 with expansion, which, by the way, I cannot recommend enough. That was a really good game. I wish we'd been reviewing back then, because I imagine that would have been really high on the gameplay axis. No, I've never actually failed an XCOM game. In fact, I'm the guy who was doing a permadeath run. I'm crazy like that. Which led to some problems. Do I next time? I know I have the Fallen... That freak out literally killed me. I know we have the Fallen Order... Fallen whatever one. XCOM of the Fallen? I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. If I could get it running and streamable on Falkenstein, I don't see why not. But I would have to get it runnable and streamable. That would be the catch. So, the way this works is as long as you're falling down, you're safe on the spikes, because the snow covers them. Like that, see? And now it's safe. This is technically gimmick too, but this is effectively the first real gimmick of the stage. Because I don't count ice physics as a gimmick. That's what I thought next time. Pity, but whatever. That's true, there is Open XCOM as a backup option. So this, as you might imagine, changes your platforming substantially. Because you can't do a smooth, normal jump arc. You have to try and do a jump arc where you're trying to get from top to bottom in order to make sure that the ice is there. Here's gimmick number 2. I don't know what the hell this thing is. Oh my god. I'm just sucking everywhere on this stage. Good lord. Damn it, why is everything Plague Knight's fault? That makes sense. It could also just be the Enchantress. She can do all sorts of, alteration magic. So which game is that, Cody, if you don't mind my asking? Ah, RimWorld. I don't actually know much about that one. I know it's a sim game of some kind. No, Plague Knight's amazing. And adorable. Hope anybody who hasn't seen the Plague Knight expansion is here for that, because that deserves to be experienced. Oh! Okay. Listen, Hyperspeed. I didn't ask for your blood. I appreciate it, really, man. But you didn't have to. It's cool.
Oh my god, this one guy. For the longest time, I had some people ask, why is it an all rainbowy Aurora Borealis? You can see it in the background. Hey, Baron. By the way, I should mention, for those of you who care, we are doing D&D tonight. That's the night we're on. Damn it. Since the time is just off today, I don't know what's up with that. Invincibility. Dude, a shovel is a mean weapon in real life. You kidding me? Who wouldn't use a shovel in real life? Or, don't take that the wrong way. I don't think they're being recorded at this point, but Guido streams them, and I'd host his stream, basically. There's that Super Death Snow Spike stuff again. I get so tense around these sections. Oh, we'll probably need him, Bloody. So, this is the Horn. This is probably the most useful offensive weapon in the game, in my opinion. It does that. It is a huge AoE that does tons of damage per hit. The catch, it is very expensive. 20 mana per cast. I remind you, I have 40 mana right now. Now, I can't upgrade those, and in fact, it's going to be the next thing I spend my money on, but still. Yep, nope. It also kills ghosts? I didn't actually know that. See, I don't know anything about this game. I definitely cannot speedrun it. Yes, Baron. I mean, it takes some inspiration from quite a few different games, but this is definitely a Mega Man game. I mean, I know a lot of people think Mega Man and only think of the kill bosses, get items concept, but no, no, no. That's not what a Mega Man game is. This style of platforming is a Mega Man game. And level design, for that matter. Be an idiot this time. Oh god, I don't know, Hyperspeed. A few months at least. We're currently going through the module I can't think of the name of. This module. Oh god, what is it called? I can't think of the name. Demon something. It's a 5th edition module. I can't think of the name of it. Out of the Abyss. Thank you. No, it's not the Devil one that just came out. Which I actually don't know much about other than that it's came out. Or is it out yet? I'm actually not sure if it's even out yet. I know it's the most recent one. Totally worth I'm about to go do to try and get this stupid thing. More rotation. There we go. You get all the money, too. I'm gonna be super greedy. Yes, I am secretly EA, guys. I should have done that rotation. Whatever. Oh, it's good stuff, isn't it, Contraxpia? I love the level design in these games. I'm gonna have to decide, this is gonna sound strange, but I'm gonna decide how many positives to level design this game, guys. Because it's one thing to have good level design. It's another thing to have consistently good level design. For multiple levels. This is a brilliantly crafted room, by the way. This room is evil. It's a lot of area denial and instant death. Well, I can probably make it. Ooh, almost had that. Going for this. Okay, screw it. Damage is preferable to death at this point. That's kind of where I'm at. I'm gonna get a refill in a minute. Okay, boss time. This can be a very mean boss, so wish me luck. Oof. So, my old friend, the day has finally come. This will be our final duel. Should we not lay down our shovels and part as equals? The Order has no equals. Surely you can recognize power. Join us. You've forgotten our oath. What happened to the proud warrior I knew? No more words. The bitter cold will claim you. Yeah, Polo Knight can be very mean, and you'll see why in a minute. So first of all, he actually has not only a defense, but a counter-attack to his top attacks, or pogo attacks, which is one of the only bosses that has that. It makes sense, though, since he knew Shovel Knight and actually worked with defense by night. No, that's the attack that makes him mean. Those are instant death spikes. I took the hit there on purpose because I didn't have any safe spot to recover to. That'll recover us for a bit. Now we go and start attacking him again. Take the hit again, so I can do that. Very mean boss fight. Ignore the fact that I'm standing on the instant death spikes. Yeah, exactly, Shikar. No, I'm fine. What? These spikes are... Oh. So... yeah, let's do the final Kickstarter boss. I think it's the last one. No, Baron. What magic is this? Ah, honor, the traits of a respectable warrior. Sir, I don't believe we've met. We met today on the field of battle. We have both defeated many knights and traveled far. Today, we fight. Stand aside. You and I have no reason to battle. You don't understand. I was a Kickstarter boss. Oh, very well. How about you? This is Lightning Knight. Tesla Knight, if you prefer. Aw. Missed that. Listen, spikes are just death, Myron, okay? You need to just come to accept that spikes are death. I've been bested, but barely. You need training. Thanks for the pittance, dude. Exactly, Baron. Let's go buy this really quick. Well, it's not a spike, it's spiky. There's a difference. So now I can do this attack. Not all that useful, but it's something. Let's go buy some magic upgrades. I've been really delinquent on that. Yeah, there are circumstances where it's useful, but it's not a big deal. Each expansion is basically a completely separate game, Hyperspeed Folklore. Put it to you that way. It's part of why this game is so friggin' incredible. The story's, well, we're having the, you know, the FF5 problem. The story's there. Huh. This seems like a nice place. This is the Hall of Champions, a living monument to the founders of this great land. Admission for one, that'll be 5,000 gold. Oh, right, I've got to need gold to do this. Sorry. I think I agree, max time. Yeah, because, yeah, in Vanilla Shovel Knight, it's just kind of there. So this is a shortcut. You know, I'm not actually sure how it works nowadays. I bought Shovel Knight, and I got all the expansions baked in. Like, that's how it worked. I had all the expansions because I bought the base game. I don't know how it works elsewise. I was also one of the backers. Let's do this. For Chivalry. Another excellent song. So how much is Shovel Knight as a package right now? Like the whole deal? I have admittedly bought Shovel Knight twice. Well, bought. I kickstarted it, and then I bought the Switch version, because of course I freaking did. God, $40 for 4 full games. That's ridiculous. I mean, it's about right. So I've talked before, and I've actually mentioned this before, how crazy it is that they're able to stay financially solvent, despite basically giving away the expansions. In case you're wondering, basically every time there's been a new release of the game, you know, a new expansion, there's been a new wave of sales. People who never actually bought the original game. Like when this game got ported to the Switch, it sold like crazy. So, by luck, for once, the actual, you know, the quality was actually supported, and people actually kept buying it. So even though they technically weren't making new sales, they were actually still selling the game, which is extremely rare, I feel like pointing out. Yeah, like Meishiko. Oh, that's true, there's the amiibos. Oh, speaking of which, check it out. These finally showed up. We've got King, Plague, and Spectre. I don't know how well you can see those, but They look very awesome. As you can see, I haven't even pulled them out of the thing yet. I don't even know what these do. Obviously, since I'm playing the PC version, I can't actually do anything with it. Apparently, you can summon fairy companions. Oh, you can actually summon a companion fairy of Plague Knight, Spectre Knight, or King Knight. And you get the Lich Lord Spectre Knight armor if you use that. Interesting. King Knight looks awesome there. Yeah, these, I actually ordered these over a year ago. Basically the first time they were available for sale. And then I forgot. And then I moved. It's okay. I knew the people living at the place I just moved from. But they were like, hey, we got a package for you. These guys suck. Okay, I was a little close. Oh yeah, so these are, I'm trying to think how to describe these stupid things. Missile swords? Probably the easiest way to describe these things. By the way, you probably notice I don't use the special items all that much. That's admittedly a bit of a bad habit on my part. See, usually when I play Mega Man games, I play Buster only, because I enjoy the challenge of it. So I'm kind of in that mentality already. Oh wow, I don't have enough money for it. Holy crap. Oh well. So that's the gear, which is a damn shame that I can't afford it. I'm nowhere near affording it either. You can one-shot the upcoming boss with the gear, kind of. I'll show it off on the refight. Oh, I was going out on a limb there, but... Oh yeah, there's mice everywhere. It's ridiculous. I know, if only I had spent that 8,000 gold on that armor that I was forced to spend. Well, that armor, absolutely forced. Supposed to do, instead of using the phase lock, is do this. In case you're wondering what the hell I was doing last time. I mean, you might not have the phase lock, but there's really good level design in all this stuff, so... very few builds yourself into a corner kind of problems. Getting my money back, but I'm gonna get my money back. There we go. So I mentioned gimmicks. Here's our next gimmick. Pretty familiar to anybody who's played Mario Bros. 3, but, you know, whatever. I can get that without the thing. I can go afford it now, too. But I can't backtrack back enough to get it, so whatever. Whatever. Just remind me to buy that when we get to town in a minute. So you like auto-scrollers, right? I think everyone likes auto-scrollers, I think. This is why Shovel Knight should become the government, Baron. Oh, crap. Pay attention, Laura. You're in the hard levels now. There's an easier way to do that, but whatever. Seriously, Baron? Of all the possible complaints you could level at a game, it not having lives is one of them? You're right. We should give a plus to no live system. Unfortunately, I can't because I definitely already have. But whatever. The live system should probably have been abolished in the SNES era. Wait, a plus to music for one of the best game soundtracks of the modern era? What's wrong with you, Hiram? I thought better of you, sir. I believe this is the boss. I'm correct.
You make all that noise? I can't see straight. I've got so much work to do.
Just work on letting me pass, little friend.
Oh, big words, Tin Man. I'll show you a thing or two.
So this is the boss. Yes, really. Again, I could have one-shot this guy if I got the item, but whatever. So you might think this is the one of the more pathetic bosses, and you'd probably be right. There's his desperation move. Gotta love that DM. I prefer this phase of the boss myself. I mean, he's a tinkerer, right? It's not like Iron Man's gonna punch you to death. Ironically, I find this a bit easier overall. So once you get up here, it's relatively easy to stay up here. Then I fall. As soon as I say that, why did I have to say that? But yeah, this is basically a attacks half the screen kind of a boss, if you're familiar with the type. Mega Man actually employs this type of boss a lot for the Wily stages. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's go buy that stupid gear. Yeah, exactly, Chico. It's a boss that's actually pretty penalizing if you screw up. But if you don't screw up, it's amazing. I screwed up several times. So, you know. Okay, by all means, Baron, enlighten me. So there's the gear. This is what it does. That's it. It's actually not all that useful. No, I don't want you to link it. I want you to share it. I'm not going to click anything. Yes, the gear is a segue. For spike pits and the like. Ah, this is the... I would tend to agree. There's a lot of good difficulty here, but it's very fair. All the complaints that could be leveled at, I don't think that's one of them. Yeah, let's do that. A fall is instant death, yes. Like if I fall into a pit, death. If I hit spikes, death. Now I need to save up for 5,000 gems or gold or whatever. See, but Mega Man 1 isn't a good game. What? It isn't. Oh, I don't... Right, I actually can't do this right now. So... I'm gonna die a few times on this level. Just gonna let you guys know. This is the airship level. Also has, I'd say, probably the third best song of the game. And you've already seen the first gimmick. Wind currents. I mean, you don't have to like Shovel Knight, you know, I'm cool with that. It's just, comparing it to Mega Man 1 is basically wrong. Even comparing this to like Mega Man 2 is wrong. This is closer to Mega Man 10 era of quality. By the way, these guys' attack, all they do is shoot a wind current at you, which can really suck. Kinda, yeah, hyperspeed. Like, I don't mean to be mean, but Mega Man 1, in my opinion, like I said, is just not a good game. We'll see that whenever we get to reviewing it. This is a fun stage for screens. Speaking of which... Yeah, actually, Pokemon's a better example of that, because Gen 1, I'm sorry, was not that good of a game. Now, Gen 2... That's what I meant when I said that Mega Man 1's an amazing game. Control, fail. Please don't hate me. I shouldn't prejudge it. I'll decide when we get there, obviously, because that is on the docket. That is something we're going to review someday. There we go. So, best speedrun item in the entire game. It's a dagger with a propeller attached. And that's why it's the best speed weapon of the game, right there. It's also very hard to control, which is why I try not to use it all that often. I do sometimes wonder if my opinion on Mega Man 1 was permanently marred by the fact that it was not my first Mega Man game. Nope, couldn't recover that one. I mean, I could have, but I didn't. Because I suck. That's okay. We got the item. That's the main thing I was caring about. I'm just going to leave that gold there, too. Yeah, 2 was my first Mega Man, for reference. Although I will say that I think 2 is not the best Mega Man. Like, I feel like it makes several design choice decisions that we just kind of excuse because it's Mega Man 2. Oh my god, no, this is stupid. Okay, now I'm just sucking. What is up with my elbow, too? God. Now you're here. I was absolutely acing everything earlier, and now that my arm's kind of getting hurt and I'm tired and screwing up, now is when you show up. I see how it is. What the hell? Money back. Honestly, I'm gonna switch off. Well, no. Auto scrollers. By the way, very minor point. Almost every stage in the game has the Enchantress's tower in the background. It's actually strange because I've talked before about monument visual design and gameplay. It's very rare, however, that I get to talk about monument design in a game like this, which is 2D sprites. Because usually monument design involves a literal 3D object that's always being rendered in the distance. In this, they just have it in the background of almost all the stages. They just have to add it there. It's actually one of the first things we see in the tutorial stage, if you remember. No. That's okay, Weats. Just show him the door. I'm not here for any Harishnikov, whatever things. Woo! Pay attention, Laura. I'm sorry, Baron. Which version did you buy, if you don't mind my asking? I should probably talk about that. Give it a poleaxe man here. It's basically Gyro Man with a poleaxe. Unfortunately, Myron, I've already given the background a positive. So this is the final gimmick. This is actually really mean. It is really easy to screw up this screen. I am probably going to die here at least once. You have very little control over yourself, other than left and right, as it's pushing you up and down. Now, this one's even better, because it goes up and right instead of up and down. And as you notice, there's spikes everywhere. I love the level design in this game. I really do. Speaking of which, I know we were talking about Bloodstained not being properly ported on the Switch. This game is properly ported on the Switch, if you pick up the Switch version. And yes, I did control Alt fail. Oh, sorry. Let's try that again. What the hell? I can't say my petite. My petite blue friend. The sunset, she's beautiful now. Get down here and face me, you gyroscopic jester. Ah, so rude. My crew, were they not hospitable? My ship, it was not magnificent. I'm not here to be entertained. I must reach the Tower of Fate. Ah, business, no pleasure. Such a shame. Very well, then. On guard. This boss is probably the hardest boss in the game, I'd say. Of the 8. Which is funny. In fact, actually, we're going to switch to this for this. Just occurred to me I should do that. I'm not counting because I'm trying. Okay, you missed it because of the way I killed him, but a rose flies out of his mouth after you defeat him there. God, my elbow is feeling weird. What the hell? Stretch my arm out here for a second while I wait for the cutscene. By the way, we can get a ton of money from these. I think I've shown that off already, but, you know. Maybe not get too greedy, so I can still catch her. I think that's our final health upgrade. And we have enough to do the optional stage now, which we're going to go do. Notice the overworld music changes. Very Wily-esque. I mean, this isn't a Mega Man game. Let's do this first. I should probably mention every single meal we've gotten is actually a different sprite. Just very, very minor detail that is another reason why I love this game. The attention to detail and polish is ridiculous. Oh. So, pleasant place. I'll give you 5,000 gold. Yeah, that's going to be true for every expansion, too. This place is haunted. There are ghosts roaming the halls, and we're all trapped here. That includes you. So, you gonna do something about it? Isn't everyone annoyed? So as you can see, this can permanently kill ghosts. This is, by the way, excellent dungeon design. You introduce an item that you use on the trash to tutorialize for the boss fight coming up. That's exactly what they do here. By the way, all of these guys, these are all the Kickstarter backers, and by all of them, I mean some of them. But, you know, there's quite a few there, as you can see. I'm not here, by the way, I'll just go ahead and tell you, I was one of the small backers. I forget which level of backing this was. I wish I had backed it this much, but unfortunately when this was happening, I wasn't exactly doing well financially, so... No. You know, this is stupid. No, Baron. This game would have absolutely overwhelmed the capacities of the NES cartridge. And the NES in general, for that matter. Like, they limited themselves in some respects to make this game so it was NES-ish, but there is still a lot of modern stuff here. Not that I want to say that to dismiss the skill of the creators, I just want to make that clear. This is actually something I'm hugely in favor of personally. A game done in the style of an old game, with the tech and design philosophy of a modern game. Which is something I honestly think we should see more of. Because in my opinion, too many people will try to make an older game. Yeah, I'm kidding myself. And they just try to make an older game. You know, the warts and all approach. And it's like, no, you could make an... God damn it, people. Like, you know what I mean? There are several games that tried to cash in on the retro craze for the last 8 or so years. And they're just older games that kind of suck. Oh, that's true. The parallax backgrounds alone would mean this would have to be a NES game. Yeah, don't make Mighty No. 9. Make an actual good game. Oh my god. Come on, Bounce. Sorry for sucking here. Oh my god. Okay, I cannot get to this bounce. I think there's another one on the other side anyways. I just wanted to be efficient about it. Yep, there's one right there. But yes, Mighty Number 9. That's not a good game. We reviewed that one too, although I don't think we scored it. But if we did, whew, it would be a lot of negatives. Oh my god, seriously? Like, holy crap. No offense to anyone who likes Mighty Number 9, but I do not. Although then again, I don't like Mega Man 1 either, so whatever, right? I have heard from people who enjoy Mighty Number 9, including Max Time. We should all ostracize him for having an opinion that's different from ours, because that's how that works, right? Boss time. Hey, Larian. I'm trying really hard not to give this game 1,000 pluses. Failing at it. I was actually trying to do that Max Time. I don't even know if it really helps, or if it's just for swag points, but I was trying to. Thank you so much for saving us from the Ghost Menace. How thoughtless of me for not telling you the place was haunted. Then again, that's the risk you run, paying for something in advance before you know the details. Kickstarter joke. Please allow me to reward you. 50 coins. I think there's actually 2 more things I can do here. I guess not. The bizarre faces reflect the tortured artist's mind. Wow. No, I have not. Pillars of Snow. I think I'm technically subbed to FF14 right now, but that's because I did a 6-monther. I should probably unsub that. Okay, so I did that, I did that. I need to go do this. Let me guess, Xenos is in it. Don't actually answer that. And full mana. Whoops. I didn't know you'd bounce off that sign. So, now for the hard stuff. Nope. That's okay. I should have just switched to this. I actually thought about switching, and I was like, wait, I can't switch in midair. And right about as I was dying, I was like, wait, yes I can. I don't care about the money at this point. Run over. I'm going to play this really safe. There's a way to skip this whole screen, but yeah, I don't feel comfortable trying that. Oh, I'm sorry, Maxstone. Yeah, no, the gimmick of this level is all the other levels' gimmicks, basically. Typical Wily design, really. But combined, so you have to deal with multiple things at once. This spot right here has killed me, by the way. Well, we do know they're working on another game, but it's not a Shovel Knight style game. It's something else entirely. Oh! We should be counting the deaths. We're up to 2 here. I'm gonna die a lot on this stage, by the way. Just as a heads up. I'm not even ashamed of that. This stage is brutal. And very little margin of error. Agreed, next time. Like, they've been working on Shovel Knight for how many years now? When did Shovel Knight come out? Because King's Knight just came out, like, a couple months ago. So there you go. 5 years working on Shovel Knight. They have done some amazing work, but, yeah, they need to work on something else. I can't believe that just happened. Ah, dang it. I'm getting impatient now. How impatient? That impatient. God dang it. I know some people don't like the acid rain looking thing, by the way. I'd say it's one of the only examples of crap sprite work in this whole game. God damn it. Frickin', oh my god, these rats. I got through here without any issues my first time now. And now I'm just screwing it up all over the place. Of course, now I gotta deal with this jackass. This guy's the worst, by the way. There we go. Trying to do last time. Okay. Yeah, I'm not trying for that. To get that money back, by the way. I'm gonna be patient. Getting one cycle here is possible. What I was trying to do was to kill that guy. What I was trying to do was make it so that the... Oh, God, I wasn't even paying attention. I was trying to make it so that the fish would pop out while I was hovering over it so I could bounce off it at the last frame. I hate waiting! God! Especially after I've just died, it's like, no, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. No patience. Patience died with the rest of me. God damn it! So now I'm just dying over and over to impatience. That's okay, I don't mind. Ah, this is the worst game ever made. Please keep track of the deaths. For real. Oh my god! I may need a second. Hang on. Okay, I feel better. Hate waiting. This is true in every game. This is why I buy all my stuff before I come here, by the way. I effectively have infinite lives here, because I'm just, you know, I don't care about the money at this point. I've bought everything. Notice I've died the most here when I have... Oh, bullcrap! When I have to wait. The one weakness I have in any platformer game is a stage that makes me wait for any reason. What? Okay, I'm not sure how I died there. There's actually a safe route to this, which I guess I could do. $87 Ventures. God damn it! This is all your fault, Ventures. I'm gonna blame you for that death. 100%, unilaterally. I'm blaming you for that one, too. I have lost all patience. So that's the problem. This is what... Some people call this a tilt, but for me... Anytime I die to a wait, it is so much harder for me from that point on. I have lost all concentration, all focus. As soon as I'm past this screen, I'll be fine, because I won't have to wait anymore. But for now, I'm just sitting here like, ah. Ugh. Come on, let's go. Why? Like I said, getting a one cycle here is really hard. I'm not even trying for that. I am trying for it here. There. Stupid hammer. Where are you? So anywho, see what I mean though about it combining all the gimmicks from the previous levels? So now we just have to face infinite death ninjas of doom. Who can turn into morphic acid and destroy you from afar. I believe those were a Kickstarter enemy as well. I could be wrong about that. Type, I suppose. You're very confused, Slim Jim Reborn. Settle yourself, sir. It's okay. Don't be confused. Don't be confused. Okay, Slim, we're not here to hurt you. We're here to be your friends. So this is actually one of my favorite gimmicks in the entire level, believe it or not. So the way this works is you only know where the floor actually is because of the graphic. Now, we haven't actually run into that yet, but we will right here. You see that? See that gap? See? That's how you see where the platform is. It's permadark, except you can always see where the actual platforms are. Like that. Fine. Well, not yet, not yet. So you think that was mean? No, no, no. Now we're gonna get mean. See? Ah, those wind guys. I should have attacked. I was even thinking about doing it. I could see that next time. That's one of those weird people who actually liked Raimi's style. Yes, please keep track of the deaths, because there's going to be a lot of deaths in this stage. Possibly the next one, but this is the one I was worried about. I mean, I will freely admit that I didn't like Spider-Man 3, but I think that's more a problem with the times than Raimi personally. The fact that the script was terrible probably didn't help anything. Okay, take two. Bill. Do what I was gonna do last time. Last time.
Shovel Knight, stop your meddling. Turn back now.
This is your last chance.
I will reach her, Black Knight, even if I have to go through you.
Black Knight, are you guarding my tower? Have you finally decided to join us? You may kneel and pledge your loyalty now.
The last time I answered to no one.
Very well. Here's a tiny taste of the power you spend.
I warned you to stay away.
So, you played Mega Man 7, right? Well, this is the Forte and Bass fight. Or, you know what I mean. You know the one where they combine? You thought I was joking. Bass and Treble, that's it. On Forte and I forget the other names. I might refill my health things after this. Let's go ahead and not be uncautious. 1, 2. 3. Can't believe that didn't hit him. 4. I think Spider-Man 2 had some good elements, personally, next time. So I have to create an order that follows the Force, but I can't do the Grey Jedi. I kill myself.
This has gone on far enough. Whatever you've been trying to do, you can't reach her. Maybe you're right. She may already be lost. But I can't let go of hope, because I'm crushing on her harder than you, Shovel Knight.
Do you know a way to bring her back?
I haven't tried anything beyond words. Her magic is so powerful. I didn't have the courage. Go, just don't hurt her. Well, you have to answer to me.
So in case you missed that, Shovel Knight and Shield Knight are a thing, but Black Knight is totally crushing on Shield Knight. Like you do. Hey, can I have some fresh ichor, please? You. Actually, yeah, max time. Get some Shadow the Hedgehog vibes in there. Let's go ahead and turn this into a 4-2 already. So, who's ready for the not quite final stage, but basically the final stage? 14 deaths. That's, if I'm being honest, that's less than I thought it was going to be. And that was me chain dying on that frickin' weight section. So, wouldn't be a Wily stage without tons and tons of spikes everywhere. Wow! Okay, I'm not sure why that didn't work, but whatever. We'll accept that. I'll also switch to this for that. So that's 1 death. Oh, that's a very stupid death. I'm not even sure what happened there. Yeah, we're gonna just not even screw around with this. That shouldn't have happened. Did you see how quickly I jumped up? Like at double the speed I should have. I guess I'm just an idiot. Whatever. Anyways, 2 deaths. I'll accept that. I'm not play around at all. I feel like dying anymore. I see you up there. Oh wow, I die in the lava even when phased. Holy crap. I didn't know that. Killed by rat! Yeah, I'm just off my game. Whatever. I'll accept it. Just need to get it out of your system, right? Just die a bunch. I'm not even at the hard stuff. This is all easy. That's odd, but okay. I would. And yes, I know I'm dying a lot, but I would still call this easy. I'm just calling myself bad. There's a difference. You want to talk about hard. just the stage? I don't know. That's what I get for not killing him. I was literally thinking to myself, I should probably kill him just to get him out of the way. And I thought, nah, he's not really in the way. That'll show me if we're trying to have any kind of mercy. I thought it would crush him. Obviously not. Time to stop screwing around. Die. See, like that. Why didn't that... Oh, whatever. Die. Oh, almost made that happen. Yeah, I'm completely off my game at this point, so whatever. I have to keep going. I got 40 minutes to beat the game here. Yeah, no, like I said, now we're at the hard part of the stage. Timed out really well. Okay. The rest of the stage is super easy. I'm trying to deliberately jinx myself. No, this part sucks. This part really sucks. I am not going for that music piece. I've already missed one anyways. This doesn't bother me as much because it's less weight and more, oh god, oh god, oh god. Oh. But, this can still go extremely badly. That's why I'm trying to stay as far to the top of the screen as I possibly can right now. Okay. I'm going to pause for just a second here. So let's see. I've given a positive for the penalty for failure design, the co-op campaign, the sprite work for the background, the music, the level design, and level variety. I think I want to give a plus for boss design, too. I think we'll build that into part of an aggregate for Whisperer. So I agree with that. Okay, so that means we're actually up to... Whoop, too many. No, that's right, I'm right. And we're actually technically here. There we go. Now, we have reviewed a Mega Man game. In fact, we've reviewed two. We've reviewed Mega Man 7 and Mega Man 11.
And we thought about this for a while, and we came down to a decision after considerable thought. And what that boiled down to was, are the boss refights going to be a negative? And what we decided was, anytime there's a boss refight rush thing, which doesn't do something with it, other than, you know, just being the refights, then that would be a negative. You remember that? So, we have to decide if this qualifies for a negative. Our first gameplay negative. The boss refights. Oh, now this is rich. Who let this peasant in here to spoil our sumptuous supper? Hardly a surprise you've yet again set foot where you don't belong.
We should punish you.
You're in deep now. We want a rematch.
My new plans have no flaws. You can't win this time.
A battle royale, then. Marvelous. Oh, wait, that's the wrong voice for him. A battle royale, then. Marvelous. Who will go first? Pass the soul.
Now I'm going to pause here for a second, because they're all doing stuff in the background. Like, Mole Knight is just kind of, you know, drumming his fingers. Plague Knight is mixing up his own drinks. He's got a little swirly straw. Do you see it right there? Meanwhile, Propeller Knight is swirling his wine, like you do. Spectre Knight is, of course, somehow has wind blowing through him, even though he's just sitting there, you know, static. Polar Knight is taking giant chunks out of the turkey leg, and Treasure Knight occasionally needs to scratch something others do. Just little details. God, I love the details in this game. So, the order is random. Polar Knight being on the bottom is hilarious. I need to try really hard not to die here. Because I want Polar Knight to be on the bottom. That's great. Oh, come on! No, I had to say that. Why did I have to say that? Polar Knight being first is actually fantastic, but... as you can see, it's random every time you load the area, not just random per stage or save or whatever. Him being on the bottom's okay, I guess. I'd rather have Polar Knight on the bottom, but whatever. Oops, oops, there he is. As you can see, though, they are the same fights, even with the same environmental hazards that they had previously. And you get health up each time. Polar Knight being second isn't bad, but that means I need to not die again. Okay, we're actually in the clear. He was the one I was worried about. Oh, yeah, they give you magic ups too. I could be doing stuff like this. No, I can't select them. It's just like I said, it's random. It's less than I remembered it did it. You can hit the bombs into him, by the way. There's the rose. That didn't show up last time. Okay, we're actually getting pretty good RNG so far. By the way, this is a good time to mention that each of the bosses have a different boss theme. I don't know if you really noticed the first time around, but it's more obvious when you hear them all side by side like this. recovery. Please don't be Tinker. I don't know what that feat is. Oh. Wow, that's the first time. Wow. Like I said, this is only the 4th time I played this on the... Oh, actually, I haven't really played this on Switch. I need to do that. Go achievement hunting. Yeah, like I said, the anchor is basically just the axe from Castlevania. 1-to-1. And that's how I treat it. Now, ideally, it would be Treasure Man... Or Treasure Man, listen to me. Wow. Treasure Knight next. And then Plague and Tinker last. That would be ideal, I think. Did I say Plague Man? God dang it. Come on, Plague! Or no, Treasure. Which is exactly what I wanted. Yes! This is actually really good RNG. Alright, guys. Since I'm pretty much guaranteed to win at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and curse myself with that. Arrogance! Should I spare them, yes or no? It was, in fact, Robenza. It was a take on Influenza. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry, it'll be obvious in a minute. Since I beat these 3. Yeah, should we save the animals or kill the animals, basically? Come on, Plague! Aww. Well, at least I get to show you what I was talking about last time. Oh, come on! There we go. I love the giant tree trunk that is his missile launcher, by the way. Very steampunky. And Plague Knight last. That's true, it could be. Yeah, a bunch of barrels lying around. I mean, this is a feast, after all. So. It's actually funniest if you get Tinker first. Give us a hand, Shovel Knight. Wouldn't leave us to hang here, would you? We save the animals. No amount of wealth is worth the heartache that awaits you. Good luck, doomed hero. I have to hand it to you. You have a superior digging technique. We should take notes. My castle, my luxury, my fiefdoms, my chandeliers. Curse you, Shovel Knight. My defeat is of no concern. The enchantress cannot be stopped by any mere mortal. I may not have your strength, but I'm still far more clever, so watch out. Ah, how invigorating, how uplifting. If all your quests are this much fun, I should go with you. There are substantial inadequacies in my hydraulic actuators. Considerable iteration is warranted. I meant what I said. You should still join us. So, actual final stage. I'm gonna die a bunch here. This section right here, specifically. I always suck at this. I don't know why, but I do. Every time. There you go. So that's one death. Not all of them Venters, but some of them. I hate this room with a fiery passion. I have never gotten through this room without dying at least once. I know that's not saying much because I've only played this game 4 times, but still. The trend continues. I'm just going to use this time. Screw that room. So this can freak people out, and with good reason. I'm going to be a little cautious here because I don't have the route memorized. Oh yeah, by the way, spoiler alerts, the Enchantress is a cursed entity that is currently possessing Shield Knight. Okay, we're good. Magus' Lair, Chrono Trigger. Wish me luck. This boss can actually be really mean. It's kind of random, though. It's a beautiful night, isn't it?
For a curse! Shield Knight, come with me! Let us leave this place!
How pitiful. Clinging to false hope, chasing ghosts. So, have you come to slay me, knight? To avenge your beloved? Gaze into my eyes. See how fearful I am. Watch me cower as you draw your blade.
I don't need a blade to fight evil, Shield Knight. I know you aren't lost forever.
You haven't the slightest hope of defeating me. But I won't stop you from trying, so please, let us dance together into the abyss. So those are all destroyable blocks below us, which if I do, well, yeah, that, basically, I will plummet to my death. And to be completely blunt, that is what makes this fight so hard. She has a couple of mechanics she can do to replenish them, which she actually just did. See? All the flames become new blocks. She can also hang out down there for a while. It's possible to attack her down there. I'm not that insane, so I'm not going to. Nah, I think this will work. Sorry, I was just thinking. You can also kind of aim. You notice it aims after you, so you can kind of determine where the new blocks appear. Like that. She's not my favorite boss in the game, though. No, that's the next one. Get greedy, Laura. Get greedy. I hate when she gets low in health, and I'm like, oh, she's so close. 2 hits and she's dead. I'm not gonna go for it. I'm not gonna go for it. I want to. God, I want to. There. catch her. I love that. I got you, Shield Knight. If only I had known, I would have come sooner. You know I was still in there, even though it seemed hopeless. You never gave up on me. I will never give up on you. I will follow you to the end of the world. Appears that maybe you have. When the amulet was shattered, the magic within it was released. Yeah, see, here's the thing. The thing that was the Enchantress is in the amulet. But this is really cool. See, she's the Shield Knight. We're going to be fighting this co-op style. Like, she's literally going to be setting us up for being able to attack her. Like that. It's literally the only way we can attack her. Well, that's not quite true. There's a couple other ways, but you get my point. I love the co-op of this, the teamwork of it. It kind of shows how successful the duo were prior to the game's events. As usual, falling to my death is more of a danger than anything else in these matches. Oh, that was close. And time. It's over, Shovel Knight. This place is falling apart. We have to get out of here. By the way, you notice the place is just exploding? Do me a favor and keep that in mind for tomorrow. Black Knight, thank goodness you're here. Shovel Knight's wounded. Take him and go outside. No, I can't leave you behind. How will you escape? This magic is too strong. Can't hold out much longer. So happy I got to see both of you one last time. Yeah, the person I came to save saved me. Because Shield Knight's a badass. Notice King Knight is scrubbing the floors, by the way. By the way, I like this ending better than KOTOR's ending. Don't at me. Okay, you can at me. I do. Spectre Knight has found his new calling as a party animal. Meanwhile, the taxman came for Treasure Knight. Plague Knight? Well, we'll see his actual ending in Plague Knight, which is the next one we're playing. But, teaching advanced potion making to several of his people. Actually didn't die to the last boss, Hyperspeed. Mole Knight is helping to excavate the Lost City. So here's the Kickstarter enemies. Oh, I forgot the hat guy was a Kickstarter boss, too. I mean, I'm one of those weirdos who liked the Mega Man 2 ending, and 3, and 4, you get my point. Meanwhile, Propeller Knight is, of course, just hosting a party. Along with this Crush Lady. I love how the guy's crushing on him, too.
Tinker Knight has a few ideas here. See the little toy tank thing? Of course, Polar Knight's got to be the Kane of the group. Gaze it off into the distance. You notice he doesn't have a subtitle. It's just, here's Polar Knight. Oh, nothing changes in Oceans. Sadly. It's kind of like Kill or Save the Animals. It doesn't really change anything. Save at last. I kept my promise, Shield Knight. Unfortunately, Shield Knight is incredibly dead. Definitely. Unless you caught her in every dream sequence and catch her during the ending. Well, I suppose this should answer your question, Pyro. The end. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Shovel Knight. Now, I know that I kind of plowed through that in 4 hours, but I cannot express enough how much I enjoy the hell out of this game. I also know this game pretty well, so I know what I was doing. So, if you'll give me a moment here. I think I'll agree. Let's do this. That's what we'll do. We'll bake that all into the story. Right there, so we're just going to go ahead and codify that. And a gameplay negative. Bom, bom, bom. Ironically, I think we're going to repeat that gameplay negative a few times. But for Shovel Knight and just Shovel Knight, that leaves us with 1 story positive, 8 gameplay positives, and 1 gameplay negative. Yeah, that sounds about right. Any other thoughts? Let me double check, because I had... Oh, actually, you know what? I'm sorry. There is another gameplay positive I need to give. Sorry, guys. Is the bot down? Is Nightbot down? No, Zalog. So, I will say one thing. From memory... By the way, I've only played Plague Knight once, and Spectre Knight once, and I've never played all the way through King Knight, so this is going to be kind of premiere-y. But, I will say this. I do think that the story is better, basically each expansion. We'll see, because I haven't finished King Knight, but Plague Knight's story was good, and Spectre Knight's story was excellent, so we'll see when we get there. So actually we're up to 9 gameplay positives, which again, I stand by fully. For the record, penalty for failure, proper co-op campaign mode, excellent sprite work, excellent music, fantastic level design, a second plus for level design, boss design. There's a visual design element to the game that basically indicates where things are. You'll notice how I had no problem figuring out where secrets were. That's because there's always indicators of where they're. Hey, there's Nightbot. In addition, the game also rewards exploration, which is fantastic. Then we have the music. Or wait, no, sorry, that's later. Then we have the outro. The last stage, final bosses, all that stuff. And then on the story axis, we have the dream section, the personalities of the knights, the outro, and the ending, basically, as a story positive. The gameplay negative is Mega Man boss refights, which, like I said, we talked about that earlier. So what they said, Von Falkenstein, is... I think I pronounce your name differently every time I say it. They said that there was basically a poll-up, and the Kickstarters, the patrons would be able to decide which knights got their own game. This was actually a while ago, years ago. And the 3 picked were Plague, Spectre, and King. Yes, Loke the Night Reaper, that is correct. I think I stand by that. I think I stand by that score. Tomorrow, 10 a.m. EST as usual, we will be starting Plague Knight, which I doubt will take all that much longer. And then we will immediately do Spectre Knight after that, and then King Knight after that. Tonight, we have D&D Night, which should be starting in a little over an hour from now. I'll be hosting that here, or you can just see it on twitch.tv/Guido. That's GWYDO. Otherwise, I hope you guys have enjoyed. Lord knows I did. That was awesome. I want to play it again. I'm not even joking. I just want to fire it up again and play through it again. I will see you guys either tonight or tomorrow.